Get ready with me for a solar eclipse tea party. Don't be jealous. All right, so we kept our kids home from school today, and the eclipse was happening. It's happening right at dismissal, and so they said that if anybody, wanted to keep their kids home, they could. So I was like, well, that sounds like, don't want anybody getting their eyes burned or driving around in it or whatever. So we have the solar eclipse coming through here. And so I asked my kids, like, okay, what do you guys want to do today? And so we went and got cosmic brownies, some Star Crunch, sugar cubes to have a real tea party. And they're getting ready in fancy dresses. And we are going to put out a blanket outside. And during the solar eclipse, we are going to have a solar eclipse tea party. Much better. My erase was running out. So that's what we're up to today. And I ordered glasses because, you can't look at it just looking at it. So I ordered glasses off of Amazon two or 3 weeks ago. It says they arrived March 29th. Cannot find them anywhere. Like, they vanished. So Adam just ran to Walmart and he's going to try and find some. Fingers crossed. Or that could really put a damper on our solar eclipse tea party. The last solar eclipse, Lexi was a baby. Christian was probably, I think, 4 or 5. And so I don't even remember what all we did. But we did cosmic brownies. Nothing fancy. But I just thought it would be really fun to kind of make a memory out of it. So, also Adam went and surprised us and got Chick-fil-A for breakfast this morning. It was the best chicken biscuit I've ever had in my whole life. Which is so good. Have you ever eaten something? Maybe I was hungry. I'm not sure. But have you ever eaten something and it is just, you're like, this is the best tasting thing ever. I haven't had a chicken biscuit in so long. All right, obviously I didn't wash my face last night. Starting today, back at it. Like, back at the gym. Back to face washing. Back to just doing the things. But I didn't today. So that's why my mascara is so stuck on here. And Erase Pre-Cleanser from POMIFERA just melts it right off. We do have to migrate into the bathroom so I can wash my face for real. Grabbing a clean skin cleansing cloth. I have the little bamboo thing that it goes in as well, but I didn't reload it yet. Let's do it. Hi. Ooh, library is giving out eclipse glasses. That would have been a good idea. Should have gotten some. Total eclipse equals reset. Yes. Let's reset. Okay, I'm going to have to let the water run for a second. Welcome to my son's bathroom. Have you seen Godzilla? He's here. I found him. You can tell the things in the bathroom that I selected. Exhibit A. And then the things he likes. But that's part of being a kid. And kids get to pick out the things they like. Even if they're not cute. Alright. Here we go. Oh, you wish you had a Chick-fil-A closer to you. The closest is about 25 miles. So I've been doing Chick-fil-A egg bowls. And my egg allergy has gotten worse since I had beta. And I'm almost to the point I really can't do eggs without my throat being like, and so I kind of put a damper on my egg bowl. Been doing it, but I really probably shouldn't. Okay, going in with POMIFERA's Balancing Facial Cleanser. It's cloudy and rainy, so it's kind of cloudy and rainy here too. So I don't know, we might not see anything. It might just go dark for a minute and then light. But it's not raining, but it is cloudy. Do yourself a favor, wash your face at night. You wake up, you feel so good. It's also good for your skin. It ages your skin 7 days every time you sleep in makeup. Adam was like, we don't live in totality. We'd have to drive there. This was like an hour ago. I said, how far do we have to drive? He's like, Little Rock, Arkansas. And we live in Tennessee. And so I was like, meh, probably wouldn't even make it. Probably would not make it. Okay, so I've got exciting news to talk to you about. You ever done something, and I have been asking about this for years, and then my husband has now decided, like, it's his idea, and he wants to pursue this, but I'm for it because I've been wanting this for a long time. So we have been watching videos about farming, already planning to do a garden, and we've been watching videos about homesteading, farming. Originally, that was our plan when we purchased this, and our chickens got in a gruesome coyote thing, and so we never got chickens again. And then that was the end of our homesteading, right? Well, he's decided we should fence in part of our yard and do chickens and maybe a donkey and an alpaca. Here's what happened. Up at the camp, 2 donkeys showed up, riding in on a donkey. They showed up. They didn't have tags. They didn't have anything. People at the camp fed them, and then they kind of went on their way. I have no idea where they ended up, but we did see pictures of them. They were the cutest 2 donkeys. I wish somebody had captured them and been like, here, we'd post flyers. We'd say, is this your donkey? But if it wasn't, we could foster them until we found the owners or keep them forever. That didn't happen. So instead, now we've just been like, what if we had a petting zoo up at the camp where we had some animals? We have 50 acres up there. We could have tons of room for them to run around and live their best life. I could go love on them, and it would be amazing. And then our guests who come and stay at the camp could get to have, you know, like a little farm life, like hanging out with the animals. So we're getting animals at the camp. That's amazing. Would anybody want to come to Camp Swann and see the animals? At first, he thought my idea was crazy. It's like, no one's going to want to, it's just going to be more work, da, 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 da. We already have people who live on property. So we asked them, they're like, that'd be no big deal. And it's just kind of worked out. So another friend has goats that just have babies. And then somebody else has a lamb. And it's just like all coming together. But now it's his idea. So he was like, for some reason, he's now been totally against it for years. And now it's his idea. And he's like, and so-and-so has a goat. And they don't care. Like, they have baby goats. And then, you know, Rick was cool. He said it'd be no big deal to, like, every day, you know, take care of them. And they're right there. It'll be perfect. So it's his idea. So we're going to do it. Then I was like, oh, look at all these farm people that I follow online. And he's like, 8 million views, holy cow. And like, this guy just walks around with his tripod and videos himself letting all his animals out. And I was like, I follow this guy all the time. And all these different farm accounts. And he was like, people watch this stuff? And I was like, yes. I follow people. I have friends who have, they're not my friends. I don't know them. Laura Beverlin, don't know her. I follow her. But she has cows. She has sheep. She has ducks. She goes and collects. I know her duck's name. I know her chicken's name is Pookie. Like, yes, I'm invested. And so I've been wanting a homestead, right? So now he's like, I wonder if that'd be a business expense. I wonder if that would help. Like, you know, all the accounts and stuff. I bet I could do that. Like, so then he starts thinking how he could do this farm life. Oh no, I dropped it. So he could do this farm life. And now he was out there measuring to close in our old garden area where everything's kind of crumbly. He's like, we can take these out, which we're going to take them out anyways to put in a new garden. But now we're going to put the garden in the backyard, like where the dogs are. And then we're going to put all the animals in the side. So he's like, we could close this up. We could put this here. You know, like, what kind of animal would you want? You know, if you wanted one. God is moving his heart. Amen. Right? I've been talking about this. No joke. If you know me, I love farm animals. It's almost the same euphoric feeling as when you hold a newborn. That's how I feel about like ducklings. My grandmother had a pet duck. It lived in her house, like slept in a dog bed in her bed, went and like took baths in her bathtub. Like I just love the farm life. There's something about it. Maybe it's instinctually, maybe my ancestors were farmers and I was meant to be on a homestead. I'm not sure, but I just love it But this has always kind of been like, we already have a hard time putting the cats up, feeding the dogs. Like, what are we going to do? Well, now it's his idea. So now his idea is that I think that's a good idea. I think, if you'd like it and you think your followers would like it, maybe it'd be really fun. So now he's saying maybe it'd be really fun. So, we were out in the backyard, like measuring to see, do we need to move the fence line back? Like, do we? And see, our neighbor has a garden. It's right across the street. You can see it. It's huge. They moved it from the front of their property to the back. They have it all fenced off. Every day, it's just like this garden looking in your face, being like, do you have a garden? No, but your neighbor does. And I'm not a keep up with the Joneses person, obvi. But there's just something about this garden. Then our other neighbor has chickens and animals. And so I got her phone number last night. And he was like, why don't you call Hallie? And I was like, I don't even have Hallie's phone number. I don't want to just show up. He's like, I have her husband's number. And so I was like, okay. So got her phone number. So I'm going to meet up with her, see what kind of chicken she likes, see how it's been going. Anyways, have you ever had it where your husband has been against something for a long time, and then all of a sudden it's their idea and they're going for it. They are invested. They are in it. That is what's happened this weekend in my life. And I will say, I'm not upset about it. All right. Plump from POMIFERA that I accidentally dropped on the floor, which makes me really sad. And has hyaluronic acid in it. It helps tighten up your pores. Then a little bit of Revive. This gives you the look that you've had a hydrofacial. It is beautiful. Okay, it's gonna make your face hydrated, glowy, all day. It's not just there for the first minute or two. Has anybody tried? Who's tried to Revive? I would say I have pretty clear skin anyways. And when you put this on, it just goes from like kind of dull to just looks like you got a hydrofacial. Moving you guys this way. So we have some projects in the works, the garden, the animals. We're going to start small, probably with a couple ducks. And then I started being like, I bet we could grow like herbs, obviously. Then we could have a flower garden. Then we could put a main fence in, and we could fence in the whole property. And then we could have a couple cows roaming around. Then you'd need a barn, so we can't do the cow thing yet. And we'll see how it goes. Are we going to watch the solar eclipse? Yes. If he comes back with glasses in time, we're planning to do a solar eclipse tea party. We've already got the dishes out. He brought home sugar cubes last night. The girls and him went to the store last night. They got sugar cubes, because that makes it an official tea party. So sugar cubes, and we already have a tea set. And really there's nothing fancy about this tea party other than Little Debbie cakes, cosmic brownies. And it's just more the like nostalgia experience. So that's what we're doing. Yes. You love the Revive less than a week, but it's great. Woohoo! Okay, something new that just came in. I reached out to this brand, and it took me about 3 months to get approval. One of my best friends, Sarah, she is such a health girl. Do you have any friends like that where you're like, what are you taking? Why do you take that? So Sarah had cancer, and for a few years ago, she's in remission, but she is incredibly intentional about what she takes and trying to keep her body really healthy and for her family, right? So Sarah takes I'm going to do a Sarah series. Not kidding. I got in some apricot seeds the other day, and I was like, have you heard of these? This is supposed to help purify your blood. She's like, I already take them. I'm like, of course you do. She's so good. She takes all the good things, right? So I told her I wanted to try colostrum. So when you nurse a baby, you have colostrum, right? So this is not colostrum from humans. No mom is over here breastfeeding and then they're selling it. But it is the colostrum from cows. So it's the excess amount of that really pure colostrum at when you have a newborn, and it's the most nutrient dense part of the milk. And so they are creating powder colostrum. So they take the milk, freeze dry it, put it into powder form, and you can rehydrate it and get the benefits of immunity. It is 3 times more powerful than a flu vaccine against preventing flu. It is just a superfood supplement. So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I really want to try colostrum. I really would like to, I have several friends who are taking it. It's ARMRA is the brand, and I linked it in the description of the video, but I asked them if they could get me a discount code in case any of you are taking it or have wanted to take it. So this will be something that I'm going to give to my children and to myself. They have several different options of flavors, but the 2 that I have is the unflavored and the chocolate, and I believe there's a orange, maybe. Have to look. That's the one I'm gonna order next. So these they did send me for free, just a disclosure. Thank you so much. But I genuinely, I have a family of 6, so it doesn't take long for us to go through this, and I plan to use it. So you add a scoop daily. So she's been mixing it with her TRIMFIT. And I was like, well, that's genius. Probably wouldn't mix the chocolate with your TRIMFIT, but you can mix that with your protein drink. You can mix it in milk, just with water. And then, so it has over 400 plus functional nutrients. And if you've ever done research on the power of colostrum, does anyone take, oh, you take the blood orange one. That's what she takes as well. The blood orange is delicious. That's what I've heard. So you can order any of them. Can't click on the links and go straight there. You should be able to, but if not, drop the word me below and I will send you that. It's the first time I've ever used that link. So yes, colostrum's a game changer. It's supposed to be good for your skin. It's supposed to be good for your joints. It's supposed to be good for your immune system. It's supposed to be good for preventing, like the C word, preventing like things with cancer, like all of it. It's supposed to be so good for you. And so anyways, here we go. I'm going to add it to my TRIMFIT today. Okay, protect, regenerate, strengthen. You cannot mix hot water with this. That's the only thing. So in order to maintain its potency and everything like that, you just don't want to put hot water with it or it kills the active, because it's actually like living and active. All right. It also does not have soy, gluten, or sugar, and it is from grass-fed cows. I'm gonna do the unflavored today. You might ask what one will wear to a solar eclipse tea party. Are you ready yet or not yet? What? What'd you do? You don't know? Well, don't pick at it. All right, go get ready. That's what you're wearing? To a tea party? Lexi said she was getting fancy.
Where are we going?
We're setting up the tea party in the yard. She's got your outfit. Yeah. Okay, Debbie said she clicked the link and it worked. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just go ahead. So this is from a brand called ARMRA. It is different than it's different than Greens. It's different that it's a colostrum brand. Okay, start your revival. Here we go. I am gonna get the blood orange because that's what everyone keeps saying is amazing. Modern living breakdowns your immune barrier. Colostrum is a superfood and it builds back. ARMRA brings together cold chain, biopotent, superfood science. It activates cellular health, protects against everyday chemicals and pollutants and allergens. Strengthens your immunity, ignites metabolism, supports sinus health, improves your mood, fortifies your gut health, restores sleep, fuels performance and recovery, and enhances skin and hair growth. Like, yes, 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 yes. Forgot to ask for shares. Janelle, thanks for sharing. If anybody else shares this video, we'll give away an Amazon gift card on this live. And don't buy this. Well, I guess you could. But if you buy it on Amazon, it's more expensive. So if you use the link that I posted, it will be cheaper. But they do have it on Amazon if you needed to do it that way. But just a heads up, it's significantly cheaper on their website. Okay, so you pour unflavored powder directly into your mouth. Ooh. Or add to any cool beverage. Serving starts at half a teaspoon. Mix well and enjoy. You can use it as an afternoon pickup, pre-workout, or increased immune gut support. 1 superfood ingredient, 400 living bioactive nutrients, and thousands of health benefits. Take my money. All right, I am also a sucker for the thing. I'm a sucker for health things. I used to kind of make fun of my mom because she had all these oils before oils were cool. She had all these supplements. She had all these things of like, did you know if we boil dandelions, it'll help you get over your stomach bug? Like she was that mom, right? And it wasn't cool at the time. No one else's mom was like that. Now I am a mom and I am also just seeing things everywhere that I'm like, how did I not know about that? Like parasite cleanse. That's next on my, I want to do a parasite cleanse. Has anybody done one of those? Water. Going in the water. By the way, in case you're wondering how the sky is here, since we have an eclipse coming up soon, so far nothing looks different. Just in case you're wondering. Everything looks the same. But I do remember the last time this happened, there was like weird shadows on the ground and all the birds and everything went quiet. It was a little eerie. And so kind of excited for our solar eclipse party. All right, here we go. It says you can just put it straight in your mouth, but I'm not gonna try that this time. Pet peeve. I hate it. I know they keep you safe, right? They're so annoying. There we go. But satisfying. Y'all, dropping everything. Okay. Oh, well, is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Hello, little baby Scoop. Okay, it said, how many things did it say? 25 grams? Increase to 2 to 3 scoops as desired for further benefit. For children under 10, use a half scoop. Oh, so I need more. 2 to 3 scoops. Okay, so this is just, but you have the half scoop for kids under 10, so I could give Beta a half scoop. Like, that's good. I got this all over my legs. I, for sure, am the messiest influencer anyone probably ever follows. I don't even like the word influencer. I always feel like it says, I feel like I'm a wannabe influencer. I'm always like, so good. Okay, have a straw, stirring it up. I'm gonna mix it in with my TRIMFIT. Ooh, you're going to Ohio, you got your glasses. Supposed to be really awesome to see from Sandusky, Ohio. That's exciting. You'll have to let me know how it was. Okay, so our live notifications are back up, Angela. So if you sign up for the live notifications, I put the link in the description of the video. You can just click it, put in your number, and then you'll get text when we go live. It looked like I was pouring it on my shirt. Nope, not today. Sometimes. Okay, and then I'm gonna mix a little greens in. I forgot to take my greens yesterday. I've been taking them every day, and I've been taking the Total Hormone Health. So all these products here are by You. If you're not already on You products, they're great. You save if you do a bundle together. I have them linked in the description of the video. This is the first period I've had since I was probably 14 that I did not have severe cramps. Very light period. I've been taking this a little over 3 weeks when I started. I've now been taking it over a month, and I've had it a few months, but I didn't take it the first couple months. I know I took like 1 or 2, and then I just didn't fit it in, and I was like, hey, am I really gonna be able to tell a difference? Then I had my sister tell me, oh my gosh, my period was so great this month. And then customers have been messaging me and being like, my hot flashes are going away and I'm feeling better and all these great things. And I was like, I gotta go start taking that. And so I've been taking it, and I was shocked. Like, it was over. And I was like, it's already over? How did that happen? And never had to bust out a heating pad. Never like took a long bath. Like, it was just kind of like, didn't happen. I mean, it did, but nothing crazy. And Adam got me Ultra. This might be TMI, but he got me Ultra 2 months because normally I need that into my thing. And I was like, I can't even use these. I'm not even like, not a ton happening. Like, I just feel like, you know, it's just came and went, just like amazing. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep going, keep taking it. So, total hormone. If you have weird hormones or had PCOS, like that time can be rough. So I'm here for anything that will help make it better. I feel like there's a little more left in this pouch. In case you're wondering what it tastes like, it tastes just like communion. If you've ever done communion at church, and they have those little pouches. And then I'm going to mix in my greens, which is another, just a health thing. Like, the colostrum is for good health. It's a superfood. It's help your body be as healthy as possible. Greens gives you 100 fruits, vegetables, and minerals from the ocean. And it's just a health thing. I mix it in Veda's yogurt. She loves to drink it. I do not let her drink it if I have TRIMFIT with it, though. Hope you're loving your greens and collagen. You're 60 this year and will benefit from taking the hormones. Yes, Lisa. Yes. Does it help with menopause? Absolutely. From what I'm not through menopause, but from the messages I've been getting. So it's a natural hormone balancer. It has aronia berry in it and several other ingredients, like clinical studies have shown, like naturally balancing hormones, and helps with like hot flashes during menopause, your perimenopause, especially going through like all the up and down. Yes, I would highly recommend it. Yeah, you're doing an eclipse party. Anybody else? Eclipse party? It's so hard to read comments. They go so fast. So if I ever miss yours, it is not personal at all. Sometimes I have to go back after the live and respond to people if I missed a question. It tastes exactly the same as it normally did. It isn't like a thicker texture. Sometimes things are chalky and there's nothing different about it. It's the exact same as normal. You drink your TRIMFIT every single day. Me too. So if you're struggling with you can take it if you've already gone through menopause. It's mainly if you're struggling with like the hormonal issues. So the hot sweats or the mood swings, like that sort of thing. So if you feel like you've already cleared that and you don't need help with anything like that, you don't need like emotional support. Even some people are saying I'm normally really, really emotional and a lot of bloating and those things. It's helping with that. All right. I'm not getting fancy for this eclipse party. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. I am going to shave my chin. I'm probably going to get laser on my chin. This sounds silly. This is the only reason I haven't done it. Last time I got facial laser removal, I tried doing it a few times. And I did 5 rounds and it did help. Like, they're not nearly as, what do you call it? Like powerful, dark black as they were. I used to have tons of them. And so it decreased it. I probably have a quarter of what I used to have. And I'm looking for my razor right now. I hid it from Veda. She was on my video. I was like, I'm going to put it here so she can't get to it. And now I hid it from myself. Okay. So they're not too long right now, but I can feel them. They're all poking. There's probably, I don't know, 10, 15 right here. And if I let them grow, they would look like they're thick black whiskers. So I had some issues where, do what? You could totally wear that to the picnic in the yard. You look beautiful. Okay, you want to pick out your favorite blanket?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
If that's my favorite blanket, then I get dirty.
Okay, I have a big quilt in my room. We'll just use that, okay? Perfect. I love you. All right. So
there's a lot of people on there.
There is. That's a lot. So I was going through with her and get that ready and then I'll be done, okay? Give me 5 minutes. I love you. So I did that, and the last time I got it done, I had self tanner, I guess, on my face, and it went too dark and it kind of zapped me pretty good. And I was like, so it scared me. Well, then the other part was I just got so many bad messages being mean about me getting that done, how, like, about loving your body, all these different things. And so I genuinely haven't gotten face lasering done anymore for hair removal because people were just, I don't know, just a lot of mean messages. And to be honest, I'm like, I'm hairy all the time. I'm hairy everywhere. And I really would like to just not be. And so I'm either going to get one of those that you can do it at home or go get it done. But I'm like, what does it matter if a stranger on the internet tells me I'm a bad person because I got my face hair lasered? But they don't have to shave their face every morning, probably. And if they did, they would feel differently. And it's not that I'm not accepting it. I know I have it. I mean, goodness, like, come on. It's just, I don't want people to think I'm superficial, I guess. And I feel like maybe that fell into that because it really went over not well. But I'm like, I'm not superficial. I just don't want a bunch of black hair all over my face. She's so sweet. Mostly for the fact that just because I'll be out somewhere and I'll see it in a picture, or I'll see it, or my kids will be at a soccer game and they're like, you have a lot of hair on your face. And I'm like, great, I've been walking around with tons of hair on my face. If you have PCOS, you get it. I just grow hair. Just one of the things, one of the lovely joys. I'm like, okay, so I might do that soon. You do you, who cares? I know, I wish I didn't care. Like, I just don't want to, I don't know. Then I'm like, well, I could do it and never say a word. But then I'm like, that kind of fits into the whole stigma, is that this is shameful. And I'm not ashamed. I just don't want it. Just because it's just upkeep. And then sometimes I forget. Like, I just would like it to not be there. I don't know. Oh, well. You know, if you don't like me for that one, there's probably something else I would have done that you wouldn't have liked me for. I can't wait to try this chocolate and see what that tastes like. All right, going in with a little tanner on my, I think I'm actually just going to go in with like actual tan. I didn't link it, forgot. I didn't plan to do it. Well, I don't even think it's up here, so forget that idea. I was going to put some self-tanner on it. Yeah, if you ever have to shave your face, I shave it like every day or every other day. It's a lot. And just to be like, Or you have no tweezers nearby and you see it and you feel them and you're like, uh-oh, I forgot. And they're back. Dun, dun, dun. This is not the color I want to use. This is beautiful, but it's not the shade. It's the DIBS stick. I'm going to go. So I've decided we're working on the creating our fullest life, right? Creating, what would your ideal life look like? What would your day look like? What things would you be doing in your week if you were living your fullest life? We live in such a busy culture. I waste so much of my time scrolling the internet looking for ideas for the perfect gardener, for the perfect kid activity, or just because I like outfits or whatever. And I feel like I'm wasting so much of my life. So I'm cutting back on social media. I really am. I'm going to not completely, because I actually personally enjoy it. But I'm cutting back on, especially after my kids get home from school. Just, am I mindlessly scrolling, or was there a purpose, or did I just see the same guy rescuing a shark 25 times? You know, that kind of thing. So those are things that I'm doing. But I want to encourage you, if you haven't written down lately, what brings me joy? And make a big list. And like, what doesn't? And then on the doesn't list, could you delegate it? Could you trade out with somebody? Could you hire somebody? Could you, switch tasks or chores with your husband? Could you, like, if it doesn't bring you joy, like, how do you eliminate not doing it as much? Or sometimes, you're like, okay, well, I just have to do that. But can I add more joy in? So that's what I'm trying to do in my business, in my personal life, in all the things. Like, does it bring me joy? And if the answer is no, because sometimes I think I do stuff. I know this, actually. I will do things because I feel Like the comparison of other people. Well, this is what everybody else is doing, and they're posting this many reels per day. They're posting this much content per day. They're posting this much of this. And to be honest, I'm just worn out. And then some of it, I don't even enjoy it. Like I would rather do some fun stuff. And the balance for me is like, well, it's your job. So you don't always get to like, for example, I want to do videos going shopping at Trader Joe's and showing you what we get for groceries. I think that's really fun. Not sure, haven't figured out how I could feed my family doing that or make money, but I think it's fun. So I'm wanting to add fun into my content. And also just, I don't know, like in our life, we do things that we're like, or our kids. Like, do you really love these sports? Because if you don't really love them, we could do so many other things together. Bring back the podcast. I love the podcast, but it was one of those like life sucks. Like I felt like I didn't know what to talk about. And that for the amount of time to edit it all and, you know, talk and all the things that I was like, great, now I'm not getting my work done. But maybe one day when I get all my life balance done, maybe a once a month podcast instead of once a week would be more realistic for me. I did like the podcast. So is there anything that you love that you're like, I would like to see more of? Because that's the other part. Half the time I'm like, I don't even know if people like this. Or when you go to the internet, what's your thing you're going for? What do you like? Like I love cooking videos. The problem is a lot of the things I love, I have no idea how to make it to where I could support my family doing it. So I'm like, okay, well, like I want those ducks and the cows and all the things. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Sell chicken eggs? Like, I have no clue, but I just love it. But I don't know. It's funny. Okay, here we go. Easy makeup today, friends. OFIR foundation, used the shade Cardamom, did a little bit of DIBS bronzer. Somehow I got in the habit of putting this on first, rubbing it in, and then doing my foundation. It's the worst way to do it because you kind of rub off all your bronze. So I need to remind myself not to do it that way. The way it started was I was using this on vacation and I wouldn't wear foundation. I would wear just DIBS and it was great. And then I came back home and I'm wearing it with my regular makeup and it's just not the way you should apply it. You should apply it after you have foundation on if you're doing foundation. If not, don't worry about it. So if you guys start seeing all kinds of weird stuff hopping up on my feed and you're like, when did she start doing that? Like closet clean outs and reorganizing spice drawers and like pressure washing cushions. You'll be like, oh, she's up to trying to be creative and having fun. She got bored. She got bored, folks. And now she's chasing ducks. A little bit of this. This is like a really dark shade. I bought too dark. This one is the retrograde rose and it really is too dark for me, but okay. Ooh, love her. Thanks for sharing. Patty shared a podcast from Candace Cameron Burr, which she is from Full House. If you ever watched Full House, drop a heart. I loved Full House growing up, and then I also was in the Mary-Kate and Ashley Club. My grandmother is when we cleaned out their houses, I found a box and it had Mary-Kate and Ashley Club in it and had like little posters and stuff, and my heart, I saved it. I'll see if I can find it in my shed. But I absolutely love her. Again, don't know her, but I pretend I'm like, oh yeah, Candace, my friend. Do you guys ever do that? Do you ever, like people you've never met on the internet, but I completely will say, oh, my friend just re-wallpapered her kitchen. And then it's like, well, it's not my friend, that their handle is, and they have no idea who I am, except I'm always like, that's so cute. Where did you get that? Oh, or I feel like someone has the same style as me. I'm like, oh, I love how she dresses. Yeah, did you see where her and her husband went out the other night? So cute. He's just so nice. And you're like, I've never met them. I have no idea who they are. Maybe it's just me. And then I'll have to catch myself and be like, that's not my friend. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know it, but I'm her friend. But I really feel that way. I'm like, she's on my friend list. They just don't know it yet that we would be besties. Like if we knew each other in real life, we would be best friends. That's how I feel about you guys. Because I'll get messages from you and I really get to know people, you know, on here. And then it's like, oh, you know, we've never met. But sometimes online friendships can be the best. Okay. How's the hair? We're doing dry shampoo. Super dry shampoo. If you've never used a dry shampoo, it'll change your life. When you don't have time to wash your hair. I just washed my hair a couple nights ago. I don't know why it's so greasy looking, actually. Spray some dry shampoo. Anywhere you feel oily. I mostly do it on my roots. Then I take my fingers and I just work it in. I use the shade Current Blush. It's from OFIR. Now we're just going to take a little volume. Takes about 2 minutes for this to heat up. Referred to as your friend. I will be your friend. You just let your friends know we are friends. For sure. You can always tell people we're friends. Let's have a meet and greet. Okay, so I thought about doing that one year. There's a riverboat here, and I was like, we could rent it out. People could come, and I thought it'd be really fun. And then I started psyching myself out. I was like, what if no one showed up? What if, like, also, who do I think I am? I'm like, let's join me here for a signing. Like, not like that, you know what I mean? But just to connect in real life, put a face with a name. I was like, this would be so fun to have a meet and greet. And I was like, what if no one showed up? And that would be so embarrassing. Like I had a birthday party once where no one showed up. My birthday it's not changed. It's January 6th. So it's right after Christmas. Everybody's on Christmas break and it was right before school started back. And just no one. There was like prediction of snow. And it wasn't going to be a big party anyways, but nobody came. And I guess I have like a 9-year-old PTSD. I'm not sure. But I was like, well, if I had that, then what if no one came? It would be fun. My hair is tangly. Heather says she'd show up. We even talked about doing something at the camp where, I don't know, not an open house, but like a friends and family night where everybody could come, we could cook out, we could just like connect with our followers and then our friends here locally and family, and everybody goes up to the camp and we just have like a big good time, you know? I think that would be so fun. but then a lot of you are from all over the country. Like, drop below where you're from. And so I'm like, could people even come to that if we had that? We'd even talked about it for Easter. Like, we could have a big Easter egg hunt, have face painting and like a big egg hunt. That'd be really fun to do up the camp. And obviously Easter's over, so maybe that's a next year thing. But I was like, a lot of you guys are from everywhere. I could be your daughter. Your daughter's 53, but much bigger. Yeah, I could be my grandma. It'd be perfect. Been looking for one. I was at Goodwill the other day, and there was a sweet lady. Like, I used to volunteer at a nursing home. I don't know if you know this. And I would take the kids there when I homeschooled, and I just love that. And go, like, just play games and read a book or hang out, hear about their life. Like, really, you were just there to get to hang out. You know, there wasn't much other than that. Some people didn't have families, and I might actually go back to doing that like once a month or something, because it really brought me a lot of joy and perspectives to hear about their lives. But my grandmother passed away a few years ago, and then my mom's mom passed away when I was 7, and then like my great grandparents have been gone, you know. So I don't have a grandmother, and we were at Goodwill, and she was telling me it was Senior Citizen Day. This is just the sweet lady that was shopping, and she was probably 70s, if I had to guess, like late 70s, but she was so sweet. And she had a shirt picked out, and so I was telling her, oh, that would look perfect, that would look so good on you. And we were just talking, and she was like, oh, well, it's Senior Citizen Day. If you're over 50, do you have anybody older with you? Like, do you have a grandma here with you? And I was like, I don't have a grandma. And she's like, oh, that's so sad. And I just wanted to be like, do you want to be my grandma? Like, I wish I had that relationship so much, or things to teach about gardening or baking, or even cultivating a culture where if we have, maybe I should invent this, but where we have like if there's people who are older in our community here, right, that could like mentor someone younger. I just think that I probably am not the only person that feels this way, or that wishes they had this type of like relationship, you know, where you have somebody that you could, whether they're physically close to you or not, like you can make a connection with someone, and they can teach you things that you didn't know how to do, like how to make a sourdough starter, or how to eat, like whatever. There's just so many things that I feel like I don't know how to do, get stains out of clothes, or just good grandma things, or like, let me teach you my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. Like, I just want a grandma. And I think a lot of people do. And then also I've gotten messages lately of people who are empty nesters. And I was talking about my kids, like this season, how quickly it's going. I don't want to rush it, but sometimes it's crazy. And I got a lot of messages from people who are empty nesters who are talking about how lonely and isolating it feels having a home where you don't have anybody in it, and their husband's working all day and they're trying to pick up hobbies. And I'm like, we just have a culture of people who, a lot of them are lonely. Like, a lot of people want a good friend. Like, a lot of people want community and connection and a craft night and just like a safe place to meet someone. And I'm the most introverted soul you've ever met. So if you actually saw me in real life, you would be like, wow, she's really shy. And I am, so it might be why I've never thrown it on. But is any of that something, is anyone even close enough if we threw together an event where it was like a craft night? And all you have to do is like show up or bring a snack, or just a craft night. Maybe that's a good place to start. And, or I don't want to call it, I'm looking for a grandmother. Now, I don't even know how you recruit people who are like, I would love to spend an hour or two of my week or month connecting with somebody and like share it. You know what I mean? Like, there's like this, it's probably just me. It's probably just me. I'm gonna get all these people go be my girl. I really do. It like makes me cry. It's so sad. Like, and I think from the church standpoint, I talked about this the other day, like, I don't know, we just don't have any of those connections right now. And we just went back to our old church yesterday and it was really great. But even then, I've been out of that for so long. I'm like, maybe I should start volunteering and connecting that way. I don't know. I feel like maybe I need connections. Have you ever, Kathy will be my adopted girl. I know. I'm going to start a whole group. We can just all the girls who need grandmas and all the women who would adopt us. We'll all be in a group together. And we'll just learn how to decorate cookies or something. I have almost done one of these things several times. I bought aprons. I have about 30 vintage aprons. I was collecting them for a while because I wanted to do a night where we all baked pies, and I bought these little mini pie dishes, and I thought it'd be really cute. I've never baked a pie, by the way. Hence I need the grandmother. But I bought these pie dishes, I bought the aprons, and I was like, we're going to have a bake night. Like, just bring a friend, you could bring your mom, you could bring, you know, whatever, and just have a group of women over and we bake pies together, and it would be so fun, and then everyone could take home their apron. Then I got nervous of like, okay, what if no one shows up? What if people think this is so stupid? Or whatever, and I don't even know how to bake a pie. I'm not qualified to host a pie night. I don't even know how to bake a pie. And I reached out to the artisan bakery down the road and I asked them, could I pay you to come and teach how to make a pie? And they said, we don't do that. So I was like, great. Thank you so much. And that's as far as it went. We didn't do it. But I would love to do something like that. Or a group of you guys, like, hey, we rent out something, a space, and whoever can come. But I don't know where everybody's from. It's not just you. You lost your mom, dad, aunts, and uncles. You so miss it. Is. It's so sad. Like, I miss my grandparents so much. My dad lives in Hawaii. My mom lives about an hour away, but I don't see her often at all. But I just, Adam's mom is very present in our life. She's so sweet and she's very involved with my kids. And I'm so grateful for her and like their relationship. And we do things with her. But like we just went out to eat with her this weekend. But it's that, like, I don't know, my grandmother used to do, my great grandma, she used to live in a nursing home and she did like painting pottery and crocheting, and I don't know, I guess there's just a part of me that's like, all of these skills and life lessons and like learning about the garden and what you do. Like, I learned today off of a TikTok that you can use the top of your strawberry, like, you know, you cut off the top and it has a few seeds, like a little bit of red still on it, and you just plant those in the ground and you make strawberry bushes. Like, how did I not know that? Mind blown. Like, it's those types of things. And I'm like, I bet if I had a grandparent still alive, I'd learn how to plant a strawberry bush. It's a good idea. Ooh, you bet some of the local farmers would teach pies. I'm doing it. We're going to do it. We're going to host something. I don't know where. Whether it's at the camp. The camp's probably easy because we have that big thing. But that's like an hour from Chattanooga. And it's an hour and a half from Nashville. I don't even know where everybody. That's the other hard part. Everybody's everywhere. And maybe something here in Chattanooga is better. I don't know. Whoever wants to come can come. Or I was like, thrifting. Sometimes I go thrifting. I was like, how fun. What if it was like, hey, we're going thrifting today. If anybody wants to come, we can caravan. Well, that would be a really good time. Ooh, go look for the creative llama. Her name is Alex. She does the best crafts. Ooh, you know the Sourdough Sisters owners, and she would be able to come show us how to do a starter. That would be amazing. Okay, yeah, everybody shoot your ideas and we will come up with something, because summer's coming too. And I don't know if I am like the only one feeling this. I want this. Oh my gosh, how great is that? Jessica said my grandma's more of a grandma. She doesn't really knit or bake, but she loves to shop and makeup and hairs, and you get your nails done. That's kind of how my grandmother was, although she could bake. She like baked amazing cakes, but she was more of like hair, makeup, fashion. I could always go shopping, and it was really fun. It's probably a lot. Leslie says her mom is a master gardener and loves to teach people all she knows. I would pay her to come help me in my garden. Seriously, Leslie. Okay, both of your grandmothers made things. Okay, can you guys tell me if you wanted to do a community craft or community night together, can you drop below something that you are interested? Would painting be good? Baking? Like, what are some ideas? Y'all always come up with amazing things, and so maybe we could find even a Bible study. Like I've talked about hosting a Bible study and having, you know, once a week we host a Bible study, maybe even renting out a room at a church or something and host a Bible study, or like once a month. I don't know. Back in the day, it was so normal to teach the younger generation how to do all the things they knew. I wish I would have been taught all about cooking, sewing, and gardening. Me too. I just think we've lost it. I don't know. And then I don't want my kids to not know that I don't know them. So how can I teach them to them if I don't even know them? I'm trying to teach them obviously what I know, but I even went on a thing of being like, we should just homeschool and learn all these things and have a hands-on life and travel and like experience. And like, it's not really practical right now, but it'd be great. Ooh, do a camp fair at the camp, invite everyone, get volunteers that would host a class on certain things. That is such a good idea. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Also, like a lot of people feel this way. Yes, Asian cultures look at the adults for so much wisdom. Wish we did that. I wish we did too. Bible study. All right, friends. Well, that gives us a lot of things to think about. Your local ladies group does a sew and chat at church. Love that. Need a once a week online women's Bible study? We could also do that. Do we have 4-H? I mean, I'm sure it's Tennessee. I did a 4-H speech in the 5th grade and I won. And my grandparents took me to Dairy Queen and I got to get a dipped cone and they let me get a large. And that was such a big deal. Our whole family went. They came to the speech and then I competed at the 4-H competition and I got a large dipped cone, which we were always like really cheapskate families. I'd never had a large cone. Like it was always kids cone, you know, like you get it with your tear off and you give them a kids cone and they give you like this baby cone. And for this, I was the 4-H speech winner. I got a ribbon and they took me for a large. It felt that big, not kidding you. It was glorious. And that's about as much as my 4-H career ever went. And so I haven't even looked into if they have 4-H, I guess for adult, like, I don't know what they have. 4-H at the camp or a retreat at the camp. Ooh, your friend is an art teacher. I'm sure she would do a class. Do all the things. Okay, I'm going to get a notebook. I'll write these down and then we will come up with some stuff. Wendy said she'd come from Chicago. We almost went to Chicago the other day. There is actually a direct flight from Chicago to Chattanooga. It's just a really quick flight. And so we almost went the other weekend. We just didn't have something going on. And I was like, we could take the kids to Chicago for the weekend. But then we were too close to it that it was expensive. So I'll let you know well in advance so you get a good price on tickets. So live too far away, but you'd absolutely do something online. And you can definitely connect to people online. I should get my kids in 4-H. I'll look into that. Thank you, Corey. I didn't even think about it. But maybe if they go to 4-H, they'll teach them how to do stuff, and then they'll teach me how to do stuff. I didn't put mascara on. I'm going to do that really quickly. And then I'm hopping off here, because if not, I'm going to miss the eclipse. Do you have any luck with glasses? No? Oh. What do you do if you don't have glasses? All right, friends, I'm going to have to go look through some boxes. He didn't have any luck at the Walmart. We're going to miss it. We're going to have to do an eclipse party with no eclipse viewing. Not at all. He went to 5 different places. It's popular. Does your mom have any? I feel like she has everything. She probably has some from like a long time ago. Oh, it would also be a great resource about animals you're thinking about. That's a good idea. So far, I've just been researching like TikTok. I also found a type of sheep. They're the black and white sheeps, and they are, I have it written down by Alice. Oh, I'll have to show you a picture. Anyways, they're black and white. They're curly. They are the cutest. They look like fake. They don't even look real. And they're the cutest sheep. I looked up how much they are. Are you ready for it? $8,000 per sheep. I was like, well, I'll just have to live vicariously through watching everybody else's videos on them, because there's no way. I just grabbed this. I didn't even pull a link. Sorry. This is a $5 mascara from Amazon, and it's in my Amazon storefront, which I did link, but I forgot to link. I didn't even think of what mascara I'd use. It's the Essence Lash Princess Volume and Curl Mascara. Cereal box foil and tape. I better get on it. All right. I have like a while before it comes here, but I'll... You can use a colander and look at it on the ground, and you'll see the shape through it. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video because I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I just know that you can't look at it directly because you can go blind. All right, I'm gonna put out the stuff for our solar eclipse party that we might not get to witness. We might be an indoor eclipse party, friends. Ooh, don't forget to wear red or green for the eclipse. It has an awesome reaction. I didn't know that. See, learn something every day. All right, you guys, I'm off here. Hope you have a good day. Enjoy the eclipse if you were in the view of it, and I'll let you know how it goes for us. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. Oh, I saw another another question. I'd really love to teach us older generation how to apply makeup individually and all the health solutions. 76 widow. Oh, I would love that. I think we could both learn so much from each other. So we'll try, and I will try and come up with some sort of plan so that those who are wanting more community, that maybe I help create some of that for somebody, and you guys can make really great connections, and it can help like fill the gaps in people's lives. So I'm going to work on that, I promise. Hey guys, bless you, Lexi sneezing. Have a good day.